YouTube, chicks. Get ready. You know what to do, chicks.
Listen, Chick Smooth.
Hey, Chick Smooth. Appreciate all the coverage that you've been doing. I've been watching your shit for a while. I just subscribed to your shit too, bro. What's up, everybody? It's your boy BREAD Fox reporting from the Chicks Universe, and this Halle Bailey and DDG situation is taking a very serious twist and turn. And now, don't get all crazy and get all scared, or if you're some people, get all happy. Nobody's going to jail yet. However, Halle was granted temporary custody of Halo, and I'm not gonna lie to you, the custody terms, in my opinion, are a little bit extreme. Anybody who loves their kid would probably be devastated if they were on the wrong end of this. But if you really wanted to piss somebody off and you were really concerned for the safety of your child, either or both, you would be very happy with this. Now, let me just go through really quickly what the terms of the release actually are. What Halle is actually asking for is to deny DDG all visitation rights altogether. What she's really saying is she just wants him to see Halo only once a week, and it can only be for 6 hours, and it has to be in LA. On top of that, she wants to block DDG from being able to take Halo out of LA County whatsoever. In addition to that, she wants all of Halo's travel documents, and she does not want DDG to be able to access them without her permission. A hearing is set for June 4th to decide if these temporary conditions that have been granted will actually become permanent. Now, in her indictment, she actually cited a couple of things. The biggest thing that stood out to a lot of people is she said that DDG is just not really being supportive of Halo. So, directly from the indictment, this is what it said on Article 22. Most recently, this has become extremely upsetting to me because Daryl refuses to work with my attorney to set up any schedule. Instead, he is threatening that he will take our son 50% of the time and pay zero support. It should be noted that he has never paid me child support, and I have never sought child support from him. I have asked him, however, to contribute to Halo's expenses. Only on one occasion has he done so. In the court case documents, it's saying that DDG only provided support for Halo one time. Now, fans have already jumped the gun and started sending tens and hundreds pretty much of videos of DDG actually providing for Halo. So that already is directly conflicting with what she's putting inside these court documents. And I feel like this is going to be a trend throughout the entire scenario of this little litigation that they're going to go through. Because DDG is a streamer, it makes it a very, very interesting angle. Often, a lot of times people involved in these things have public personas, but very, very private lives. But the thing about a streamer is you mix the two. So most of your life is probably documented. You're streaming probably about 8 to 10 hours a day at times. So a lot of the things that you may accuse a streamer of, it may just happen to be that at the time of those accusations, that person was live streaming. So you might actually be able to go back and see if those things were true. Hence, we already see one contradiction here. Now, this thing is taking everybody by storm, and it seems like everybody and their mother has something to say about it. And I mean literally everybody and their mother. As you guys know, DDG's mother actually released a statement about this situation, and this is what she said. I don't usually comment or say anything on this internet, even with all the negativity, the lies, and hatred towards mine. However, these accusations have made me realize that I have been quiet too long. So even Mama DDG is stepping up to the plate to add her own 2 cents into the battle. And it wouldn't be everybody and their mother if I didn't throw somebody else random in there that has something to say as well. Today, Paul Pierce actually released a statement about the whole DDG situation, and this is actually what he had to say.
I know much about DDG.
Yeah.
I just know he's a streamer, right?
Yeah, he's like a streamer, and I think he's a rapper.
Okay, that's cool. This is what I feel about people in this new generation who started gathering new fame. Mm-hmm. They don't know how to handle it.
Yeah.
They don't know how to handle being in the limelight, having some money in your pocket, and acting appropriately.
I agree.
You know, you start becoming this other monster now. Mm. But like when you grow into it and you have it and you around people to where you could talk to, you have friends that's in it and you can kind of learn. And this is just my opinion. Like I said, I don't know the dude.
Yeah.
But it just seems like the fame is kind of getting to him.
Yeah.
To where you think you could be invincible. You think you can't be touched. Like, in no way, shape, or form is it cool to put your hands on a woman. Yeah, I know you got a kid by her and all that, and maybe you want to see your son or daughter. I don't know if you have a son or daughter. And you think it's your right to like break into the house and everything, and because you the dad and all that. But there's certain steps you got to take, my boy. And right now, when the breakup is fresh, it's a lot of resentment and emotions that go through the breakup.
Yeah.
And on her side and his side, they gotta, for the child, take out the resentment of each other because y'all emotional over y'all breakup. And so that's what happens when you have kids when there's a fresh breakup, and it can affect the kid. You got to take the emotions out of it and say, all right, what's best as a parent that we can have a compromise to where it benefits the kid.
Now, as you can see, a lot of people have a lot of different views, whether they're familiar with the situation or not. You can tell, and it doesn't really matter. Everybody feels strongly about the situation, and they're offering their opinions. So it seems like this situation is something that's not going to go away anytime soon, and it's going to be one of those things that becomes one of the more historic stories in Hollywood. You have The Little Mermaid against one of probably the most popular streamer out there right now. Definitely top 5. It's interesting though, and I'd love to know how you guys feel about the situation. Do you think Halle is telling the truth about all these things? Or do you think that she's just being spiteful and she's just trying to scorn DDG? Or do you think that DDG is an absolute liar and, like we said, Halle is actually telling the truth? What do you guys think? Are some of you DDG fans out there? Let us know. Drop some knowledge in the comments, and of course, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. It's your boy, Brett Fox, reporting from the Chicks Universe, and as always, till next time.